and welcome to the inaugural 90 Ideas in 90 Minutes presented by Springfield Business Journal and Arvest Bank.
Several years ago, General Colin Powell was on campus to give the spring convocation lecture. And as a part of that visit, I got to hear that presentation and do a question and answer session with him. Saw him give a press conference and interact with folks, and came away from that experience thinking that he was one of the most impressive people I'd ever met. Because of his tone, because of the breadth and depth of his knowledge, the way he interacted with people, his global perspective, etc. That led me to read his book entitled, "It Worked for Me, My Life in Life and Leadership." It worked for me in life and leadership. Chapter 1 was entitled 13 Rules. As a result, I created Clif's Rules to Live By, and I go over those rules with all the people I hire that work directly for me. In other words, my leadership team. I only have 10, probably not as smart as General Colin Powell. I stole some of them from him and I created others on my own. I made some modifications to the list, but they're on page 12 of the brochure that you have. Rather than going through that list this morning, though, I want to focus on what was behind the list. What kind of leadership team they are designed to create. See, I see my job as CEO of a public university to be this: setting the tone and serving as an example for other administrators, helping create a vision for the future, providing a framework for others to do their work, and publicly representing the university in our community, state, and region. I cannot manage the 15 units of the university that report directly to me. In other words, I may be busting your bubble, I don't actually run the university. There's not enough time to do that and to do my public role. So what I need to do is hire people who will be creative, take risks, run their own units without detailed guidance from me, and who aren't afraid to take up new initiatives. They also need to be loyal, be willing to work to accomplish the long-range goals we've agreed upon, not mavericks going off the reservation regularly, and they need to be good collaborators, since we won't accomplish as much in silos as when we work together. Finally, they need to model the tone of inclusion, kindness, openness, honesty that I set. Otherwise, my words look at best meaningless and at worst insincere, and problems occur. So if my leadership team can function this way, then I can spend my time in a more productive way than managing the university. I get to spend time advocating for more resources or better policies at the state and federal level, fundraising and friend raising, interacting with our customers, our students, to see how they're doing, what's working, what's not working, raising the profile of the university at state and national level, and focusing on strategic initiatives and budgetary matters. The CEO has got to know the numbers of his business. Let me conclude by saying it's easier to create rules than to create this type of leadership team, but setting the rules out as my expectation is a start. I think the key to having the kind of leadership team I've described to you is this: hire based more on character than on experience. It is much easier to teach someone the substance of a job rather than the proper tone, civility, honesty, humility, kindness, a willingness to take initiatives, to be collaborative and unselfish, etc. So that's the takeaway, or the magic bullet for me. Hire based on character and leadership style more than experience. I've got one corollary to that principle. Hire a broad range of character people for your leadership team. People with different backgrounds, ethnicities, religious affiliations, ages, genders, sexual orientations, life experiences, not because it's the right thing to do in some liberal theology, but because diverse teams of people will make better decisions than teams composed of people just like me. 50-plus-year-old, white, straight, married, Protestant, affluent, slightly overweight, bald men. And I really do insist that cell phones be turned off during meetings. Thank you.